how does humidity level affect rate of evaporation? So in other words, if it's say 80% humidity versus 20% humidity, does that affect evaporation? Maybe I should have said, well, net evaporation, because really what's going on is there's always evaporation happening, but when there's a high humidity level, that also means there's a certain rate of condensation happening. And really at the end of the day, the overall rate of evaporation that we actually are able to measure and witness is a result of those two processes happening at the same time. So if you have high humidity, the kind of competing canceling effect maybe of the condensation will tend to slow down that overall rate of evaporation. And it really gets down to the fact that the partial pressure of water vapor in the air causes condensation, but the vapor pressure, depending on temperature of liquid water, is what causes evaporation. At higher partial pressures, you get a rate of condensation that is starting to approach the rate of evaporation. At 100% humidity level is when those two are equal. In other words, that's pretty much when evaporation stops. That's another way of thinking about what humidity level really is a measure of. So let's check out what the slide says. It says high relative humidity means partial pressure is almost as high as vapor pressure. Partial pressure represents rate of condensation, while vapor pressure represents rate of evaporation. So at high humidity, evaporation happens only slowly. At low humidity, there is a low rate of condensation, so evaporation happens much more rapidly.